I was just waiting for you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and you're watching Curves on the Road. Today I'll take you to a special place, a park called Xcaret. We bought the tickets at the internet, at the official website. I'm sure you can find them also here offered by the local agencies. And it's something between Disneyland, zoo and adrenaline park. We also booked a transport straight from our hotel, and if you're lucky you'll get this cute bus with the parrot at the back. If you know what you want to do and in advance, book your activities with your admission ticket because you will save yourself some valuable time. Or just come 20 minutes later back and book what you want, the queues will be gone. There are lots of birds just sitting right there. You can take pictures with them. Amazing. Xcaret is actually in the Guinness Book of Records for breeding the most macaw parrots and repopulating the tropical forests. They are tame completely, they're just sitting there and waiting for you to take the picture. The activities that are included in the admission bracelet. First of all, it's the river. Don't expect any wild river that will push you with the current and you will have hard time coping. It might seem so because there are big warnings before you actually can enter the water that if you are diabetic, if you have high blood pressure and other conditions, you should consider if to take the river. But it's definitely a lazy one, so I wouldn't be too scared. We're in the floating river, guys. This is amazing. It can get a little bit strenuous because the river is really long, but I think walking the same distance would have similar impact. We're entering the cave. Let's see what's inside. Definitely do the underground river. It's so cool. First of all, you won't be sweating like crazy. It's the only place you won't be. You're feeling like you're, cave explorer. It's totally safe. There are lifeguards roaming through. There are lots of people today, but still, you get your comfort. I highly recommend this one. Don't skip on the rivers. There are 3 types, I think. We chose the blue one. If you're not a very good swimmer, don't worry. You will get a life jacket. It's actually mandatory even for good swimmers, and it's partially because it's quite deep. Me, with my 1.75 meters, I had a hard time to reach the bottom. So if that's something that makes you uncomfortable, maybe consider if the river is good for you. Each of the rivers is unique. they all end up at the same spot, but on your way you can see different things. Some animals or some architecture. So if you're staying more than one day, I would say try them all. This one was the blue one, as I mentioned. One river, two rivers, and three rivers. We have just finished the river. Still 100% recommended. It was quite crowded, so be ready to get kicked here and there. Something I didn't do and I regretted, take fins. It will make your movement faster and more efficient. There are exits from the river on several points, so if you're done with it or if you don't enjoy it, you can just get out, no problem. Now we're at the flamingos. This is actually the second place where there are the flamingos. There's another habitat at the entrance. I love it here. It's such a good place. Flamingos are always fun. Hola amigos! Amigos rosas. Iguanas are all over the park, and the park is very easy to navigate. There are lines of different colors on the road, so you can always follow them to get where you want to be. One activity I wouldn't recommend is the snorkeling. There were just 2 fish and 50 people, not worth it. I just wanted to try the full face snorkeling mask, and I wasn't impressed with either. You can't go swimming with the turtles, but if you dream of encounter with the sea creatures, they have dolphin encounters, even shark encounters, and then some manatees. All these activities, though, are for extra cost. We actually encountered rays on our trip to Cozumel where you could just freely swim with them in a bay. And if you get tired of roaming around, you can just chill on the beach for a while, or you can take a dip in the warm waters of the bay. And there are some few activities for kids and bigger kids if you feel like it. I mentioned earlier that we went for the plus admission. It's almost the same as the basic one. The only difference is one meal is included with one drink. And if you calculate it, it actually pays off, so I would definitely recommend this option. We have picked the restaurant La Laguna, and we were not disappointed. It was the most international cuisine, and they also had ice cream. There are some Mayan ruins that you can visit in the area. But the most exciting part for me were the animals. It is an animal sanctuary and there are lots of species. From beautiful deer, you can even see the hatching of the quails. Some tapirs. And my absolute favorite, was this bad boy. These animals just roam freely around the park. They are not big fans of petting, so please don't try that or you might end up bitten. But if you just want to watch them, they are super cute and they are not afraid of you at all. I had to Google actually what this animal is called in English, and it's quati. You're welcome. There's one pavilion for the butterflies. They're roaming around freely, but they have placed bowls with fruit in different parts of the area, so you don't have to worry, you'll probably get to see them.
Lorito chili cacao.
The aviary was probably my favorite place in Xcaret. No bars, no nets, nothing. The birds roam freely and you can walk among them. Of course, there are some safety doors so they don't run away, but it feels very natural and you really get to see a lot of gorgeous birds. I think that goes without saying. If you see the bird close enough to you to touch it, please don't. First of all, you wouldn't want to be touched either, and some of them have pretty strong beaks. I must admit that I prefer the Mexican approach to death. No dark, gloomy tombstones. Everything's colorful, everything's optimistic. It celebrates the person's previous life and not just the sad part of death. I probably wouldn't say it in a different country, but here, don't skip the cemetery. On your way from the cemetery, you can also check the miniatures of the ancient monuments from the Mesoamerican world. It's close to impossible to do everything that Xcaret has to offer in only one day.
Que se van a tirar los que están rotulando el caballo en una recta hacia el punto de partida.
Dressage would have appreciated the excellent understanding between riders and horse, which is achieved through long hours of training.
Tocando el mariachi con sus violines, con sus trompetas y la vihuela, pa' que se deje, se contente mi linda nena. Ay la 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 la, ay la la
If you ever wondered how tequila looks before it becomes tequila, here it is. You can also get on the viewing tower to see the whole Xcaret under you. Nothing for those who are scared of heights, but you can rest your feet at least for a couple of minutes when you're going up and down. I probably don't have to mention that as a theater kid and a cosplay enthusiast, I was over the moon from this display. It was amazing. You could see them really close, and the details on the costumes, it was magical. All these actors in costumes performed in the evening a spectacular performance. So this was basically inviting visitors to go see the show. On the way to the theater, we met Capybara.
How to use all this lottery because I don't know.
I have no idea either. The show is part of your admission ticket, so you don't have to pay anything extra if you don't want either better places or dinner. We decided to splurge and we went with the full tasting menu dinner for $80 per person. Was it worth it? Listen, first of all, the seats are not plus size friendly. It was really hard for me to get into my place and fit under the table, so that was one problem to keep in mind. If you wanted to go to the toilet or something, again, quite complicated, steep stairs. The food was good. I wouldn't say it would blow my mind, and I wouldn't say it was terrible, inedible. It was mediocre. The problem I had here is that when you focused on the food, you couldn't really focus on the show and vice versa. So I missed the goal actually just because I was focusing on my appetizer. The show is definitely a must-see. It is so well done, the details, I mean, they even had like a fireball in the middle of the stage and played something like hockey with it. The commitment to the craft and to the history, it was obvious that Mexicans are super proud about their history and they have a lot to show for it. Definitely go see the show. I'm not sure I would recommend the dinner considering the price and everything. On the other hand, you get some of the best seats in the theater. You have to decide for yourself. We were wondering where we would have dinner otherwise because some of the restaurants close quite early. So we kind of solved the problem of later dinner. But if you plan to just have a snack and be fine, I don't think you have to go with the dinner. There's still one going. So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a Mayan thumb up? And you can subscribe to my channel because I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Next time I'll have to up my costume games apparently. Have a lovely rest of your day and bye!